All right, the fourth myth is that all mortgage lenders are one and the same. That is so not the case. So I'm going to give you one example of a retail bank versus a mortgage bank. So a retail bank are banks like Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America. Usually when you walk into a retail bank, you're going to be working with a loan officer that might have a license because they work for the bank, but they're not individually licensed through the Fed and the state, which means they haven't passed background tests and they haven't gone through the licensing that a true loan officer has. Another thing that it means is that you likely will have processing and underwriting on different sides of the US. So, for example, I used to work at a bank and my processor was in Florida and the underwriter was in Colorado. And so when you're wondering why you hear all these stories about how frustrating it is working with a retail bank, it's not necessarily that loan officer, it's just the fact that there's so many layers to the onion. You've got people working in different time zones. There's a lot of documentation that a loan officer has to get. They have to upload it. Sometimes the right hand isn't talking to the left. And so that's why it can take a little bit longer, which is why most sellers and real estate agents want you working with a local lender that's a true mortgage bank. So a mortgage bank is like myself at Georgetown Mortgage. A mortgage bank, all they specialize in is writing mortgage loans. We don't have bank accounts, checking accounts, credit cards. We don't have anything else to sell you. All we do for 10 hours a day, every day, is write mortgage loans. We've got in-house processing and underwriting. We're local. So typically the appraisers are local, they're specialized, and that is why real estate agents prefer working with a mortgage bank. There's just a little bit more control, and most importantly, you get a better deal because there's not as much overhead. So don't be fooled. Not all banks are treated as one and the same.